Hey guys, it's Benji.
NJ.
And welcome back to the episode 4 of the Groove Tinger podcast. We are very, very pissed. Very, very pissed. Today I have some very interesting stuff, not very controversial topics as well. Just ranting, and all that stuff. So hope you guys enjoy. But for now, please roll that intro. Okay, yeah, so as I said, we are very, very pissed. This podcast has just refused to save. It's like the 4th time we're probably recording this.
But I have a massive headache.
And we did it so well the first time. Like, we were like 25 minutes in.
We feel like it was scripted, but it wasn't.
Yes, but it was so good. Like, we recorded it so well. So if you guys are listening to this, please bear with us if we were posting episodes late. Actually, what happened with the last episode?
That was last week, right?
Yeah. Remember, we filmed the last episode, then it didn't save, but we had the audio. Because we filmed it all the way, but then the audio just refused to save. So that pissed us off
and
a lot.
Worst part is, in this one, we were like 25 minutes in.
By now we
should have been editing.
It was such a good episode. So today we're going to be talking about partying, technology, introverts and extroverts.
And omniverts.
Ambiverts. No, ambiverts.
Don't correct me. I'm just kidding.
Anyways, so I hope you guys are good. How was your week? Actually, let's not talk about the week. Our weeks were very stressful.
I'd been busy with some school. My exams in 3 weeks.
I was very busy and stuff like that. We had a science fair at school today, so that's...
Today?
No, not today, on Friday. That was very interesting. So what we were doing for my science project, for my class, we were testing for diabetes. And
poor girl.
We're not gonna go into that, but I pranked someone badly.
It was bad.
But don't worry about that.
But this guy's so mean.
No, I'm not mean.
Who knew he could be?
I'm not mean.
How does someone look so innocent yet they're so...
I'm not mean. I just don't worry about that, please. So we were testing for diabetes for my project. It was actually very good. We planned. Okay, so everyone else in the entire school. It was different projects, yeah. So my year group, we had 3 days to prepare. The rest of the entire school had an entire month and a half to prepare for that. So obviously we were screwed, but then we did pretty well. In my opinion, we did very, very well. I had a party on yesterday. If you follow my Instagram, my personal Instagram, Reactaholic, you'd have seen the party. I posted. No, I didn't post really. I just posted a photo that one of my newfound friends took at the party. It was actually, the party was fun, to be honest. It was just like very, very, it was insightful, especially to me, because few months back, I took like a career test at school. Okay, so it was career day, and I had a test, like a personality test. And on the test, it said I was 53% extrovert and 47% introvert. So basically, a split 50-50 means I'm an ambivert, right? And even if it's like a 6% difference, I'm still an ambivert. Ambivert is basically...
It's an extrovert and an introvert
at the same time. One. Yes, all in one. Best of both worlds. So yesterday, I had no idea how much the aspect of introverts showed in myself. Yeah, I did not know how much of an introvert I could be. So the party was obviously fun. The party was at Westgate.
It's a mall, just so you know.
Yeah, Westgate
it's a mall.
So let's just recap the day in general.
Right, but not too big.
Yeah. So, but this is like the 3rd time we're talking about this. So we're just stressed. So I hope you guys really enjoy this.
Please bear with us.
Yeah, we have some double camera action. That's what's been causing us all this trouble, because we are trying to film with double cameras, but it always, one of them just does not save. And that the camera that does not save is mine. Mine either cuts off at 30 minutes or it just goes off. And then my laptop went off. So I'm very pissed about that.
And what makes me so jealous is that this guy got to watch Eternals.
I got to watch Eternals, yeah. So basically, let's recap the entire day. We went for a run in the morning, like at 6:45 to 7.
An hour.
Yeah, 7:30 around there.
We parted ways.
Then I came back, showered, stayed in the bathroom the entire rest of the morning.
Watched
The Tomorrow War, which this guy has been asking me to watch for months. That movie came out on my birthday and I didn't even watch it. And I was, okay, when the recording stopped, I was so pissed and I punched the wall and my hand hurt.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. So basically, we watched... So after that, I was on a call with my sister and Leandra. She was the person that we were going for the party for like for like an hour or something like that.
An hour turned into a day.
Then I went over to Zosie's place, chilled over there, waited for her to finish her makeup and all that stuff. Then we left the house at 12 because the invitation said the party starting at 12:30 and ending at 1:15, 5:30. Yeah. So in our opinion, we were already late. We reached Westgate like at 1 or something like that. And to find like
You are thinking like maybe they've already started the whole thing.
Yes, exactly. That party, as much as I loved it, it was very uncoordinated in my opinion. Not
Out
saying
of 10?
no
Just
offense because I'm pretty sure she's probably listening to this episode. The party was great. I loved it, to be honest. I really loved it. Like she had me there and everything. But in my opinion, it was a bit uncoordinated because like we got there, we waited for like an hour for her to come because she came like at 2.
That's sort of frustrating because you're the birthday girl. You don't have.
But she had a lot to do, in my opinion. Like she was running around making sure everyone was okay and that. So me, I really appreciate her. The fact that she came at 2 did not even bother me. It's the fact that she was running around doing things on her birthday.
Let's have a round of applause.
Let's have a round of applause for her. Liz, we have a round of applause, yes. Thank you for making sure that you had an amazing birthday. So basically, at that point, there were just a few of us. We got some last minute presents and all that stuff for her. I got her this amazing perfume, bro.
Got a perfume?
From, I'm not going to say where, but it was...
Yeah, just for safety.
But it was good. And then, Zazie got her like a bag or something like that. So we waited.
A purse.
A bag, just a bag. You know. So we were outside. We were standing outside the bowling alley until like most of our friend group came. And talking to her friend group was actually very insightful because honestly, I feel like I feed off other people's energy. If you are like happy and jovial and all that stuff, I will feed off that energy. If you are sad and gloomy, I will feed off that energy. If you don't want to talk, I will obviously feed off that energy. So that was mostly part of the conversation with them. I talked to them a lot. Obviously, we had a lot of fun. We talked. But then something I realized at that party is that I'm going to a party
with complete strangers.
Yes. Like obviously most of her friends or people that I've known through her, like I've met them like once like when she was going to school or something like that. Or
online.
Talked on phone, like or video chatted and all that stuff.
And meeting people, like talking with people online is completely
different. Let me just tell you something. Social media is a carefully curated, unrealistic representation of the human existence. Like it's so different. Like what you will see on social media is completely different from what you'll see in real life. Like people are different. It doesn't matter where. Like people are not saying the entire story. You're just seeing like the best part of it.
Yeah, they're just showing the good things.
Exactly.
About themselves.
You never see the bad stuff.
Like can I use an example, please?
Yeah, sure.
Like Tinder. Example. Say this guy's on Tinder. And you talk to this girl and you know she looked good. She looked like paying like a perfect 8, 9 out of 10. They look good. They're just, and you guys are texting each other. There's some dirty talk, whatever. And you're feeling a vibe with this person. You video chatted. You've done things with them before. Mm-hmm. But thing is, you've not gotten to know their true side. They can just be putting out an act like that to scam you, to do some stuff to you.
What you see online is not exactly what you're going to get.
But it can be true. What they're showing you is true about them. Mm-hmm. Then when you meet in real life, it's
a completely different vibe. It's not the full picture. You know, it's not what you're going to expect. Yeah. I get exactly what you're saying. So with this entire friend group, I'm seeing people, I'm going to a party with people that I'm meeting for the first time. You know what I mean? Like an entire friend group. Obviously they were like year 8, year 9, year 10. So all that stuff. And it's people, like I knew like 3 or 4 of them from her, like directly, like we've talked online, we've video chatted and talked on phone. And obviously we vibed off like that. And that's how we were talking and that's how we were interacting with each other. But going to a party with a person that you've just met,
that is
an entire, or like you're meeting in person for the first time. And then obviously there are a bunch of other people.
And the event. And the thing is the event.
Exactly. These people have known each other for years, you know. They go to the same school, they eat the same stuff, they do everything together. But I felt like the outsider, the stranger or something like that. But even as much as I felt like that, they were very friendly and easy to talk to at first. Obviously, they would not treat me the same way as someone that
of course you're gonna be treated completely differently.
Exactly.
This dude, I literally just met this dude.
Exactly. So you're not gonna do much as well. So obviously you'll talk to them. They'll be very social. You'll talk to them a lot. That's what I did. But it was not really the entire like perspective of the entire day, because I felt like I was talking, even though I knew I was talking to like most of the people I was talking to, even though we hit it off and we clicked and we were talking a lot
There was
and stuff
just
like
nothing
there
there.
was there was obviously there was a connection,
but, You know, there's something there, but there's just nothing
exactly.
there.
Like, of course there was a connection, but then it was like not as deep as someone that I'd like. Zazie is legit. I've known her my entire life. I've known her entire life. We've grown up together, lived up in the same house. I know everything about her, everything she does. Like literally, I know
but she
her
still has
more than she
different
knows herself.
standards that you don't know.
But like, even though she's hanging out with her friends, it's a completely different perspective than if we were just hanging out the two of us. Because when we hang out the two of us, we are crackhead hyenas. We will laugh our heads off. We will do all this stuff that obviously we'll not do in public as much as we'll do it by ourselves. But it's an entirely different rhetoric. That's the word. Because now I'm sitting with people, or I'm eating with people, I'm watching a movie with people, the people who I've just met. Yeah.
And you don't know how these people like have sort of, some don't have
different
boundaries.
Stories, different backgrounds, different boundaries. And it's like,
it can be
that's
uncomfortable.
cool, bro. Obviously, I will not judge a book by its cover, but I will not go off my first impression. Something I've realized, I do not like going off first impressions. If I meet you and I have a certain opinion, I will not let that completely define who you are. I will give you a chance to prove who you are. And if you show yourself the way you want to show yourself, that's 100% okay. You be you. I'll not stop you from being you, and I absolutely support you being you. But at some point, you just get a vibe that I'm not clicking with this person. I'm not feeling this vibe.
Clicking,
you know,
you're just like you're being. It's more of like being polite.
Exactly. For me, I'm not a party person. Yesterday proved that.
Yeah.
I've been to parties.
I generally don't like parties.
Stuff. I've been to gatherings, like all that stuff, but I'm not really a party person. And yesterday proved that, especially being in a group of people who have not been with before, because I felt like everyone knew each other.
And the thing is,
and I knew like
they were talking with each other,
obviously, and I was like, that is when I realized that how much of an introvert I can be. Because as an ambivert, you have best of both worlds. Sometimes my extrovert qualities shine more than my introvert because I'm hanging out with people who I'm comfortable around with.
Things when you're with different people, you can be open with them. But when you're with complete strangers,
it's a completely different situation, because now you're sitting there and you have no idea how these people are or who you're talking to and all that stuff. And you don't know what they've been through, you don't know their stories, you don't have experiences together to jump off or to talk about.
Yeah, some may not have had the life you had, or some may have
better lives than you had.
Better lives.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because you don't know what people are going through.
Oh yeah.
So you also have to take that into consideration, because you're talking to someone that you've never known.
And
you don't know
the
a
thing
single
is,
thing
they can
about
tell you all about their life. A part of you can feel jealous or just like, wow, this guy has had a privileged
yes,
life.
Exactly. So I'm sitting there, and yesterday proved how much of an introvert I can be. And I did not realize that, because being an ambivert, most of my extrovert qualities shine when I'm people that I'm comfortable around. Like if you see me with someone that I've known for like 3-4 years, obviously I will talk a lot with them. I will socialize. Run your mouth. I will run my mouth like nobody's business, just because I've known this, but I'm comfortable around this person. They know I've been through, and they know a lot of things about me. So obviously I will talk a lot.
And this
them.
person knows what makes you tick.
Yes,
click.
Exactly.
They know what will tick you off.
Exactly.
And sometimes they can use that as a joke against you.
Exactly. So now when I'm hanging out with people like that, it becomes a completely different situation than people who have met for the first time. And don't get me wrong, I loved being at the party. The party was absolutely amazing. The party was fun. Watched Eternals. The phone almost got stolen. Let me tell you a story. So someone tried to steal my phone in the movie theater. Yeah. So in the movie theater, we got we were already late, because the movie was supposed to start at 3:10. We got into the movie at 3:25.
So you were in the middle of the entire movie?
No. The movie started at 3:10. Obviously, for like the first 5 minutes, they're showing like other trailers and stuff like that before the movie actually starts.
Kind of like No Way Home. Whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. So by the time we entered the theater, the movie has already started. So at that point, we forgot the movie was in 3D, so we didn't have the glasses. I even have the glasses? Like right there.
You should have bought them, by the way.
They're there. Some are sitting over there. So the glasses over there.
Okay, one thing I have to add.
And I have glasses. I have like 4, 5, 6 pairs of glasses. 3D glasses at home.
I have one, and they got lost.
So after, we had to go back out, get the glasses, come back in, and then at that point, me and my sister, her friends, were like, you know what, let's just watch this movie blurry until the glasses come in. Nah. So some guy runs. I think he was trying to get out,
like 25 or something.
I don't know how old he was. I didn't even see him. Someone bumped into me, and I did not know, but I think he tried to take my phone, but my phone dropped. Yeah. So, 30, 25 minutes later, at that point I wasn't really caring about my phone because I had my popcorn. I was ready to watch the movie because it's Eternals. I've been waiting to watch Eternals for like months, so I wanted to watch the movie bad.
And
that movie was good. Like it was really, really good. And it was good. It was really good.
I've seen the trailer. I've seen a part of the movie. It was good.
But the entire movie is like the entire storyline is really good. But the trailer, something I love about the trailer, it did not show the storyline.
Yeah,
that's something I loved about it.
We were clueless.
Yes, exactly. So we're going into that movie, knowing what's going on. It's like a constant story, and it was so good. So midway through the movie, like 25 minutes later after they got the glass and they were sitting down, I'm checking my pockets and I have a mini heart attack because I'm feeling my phone is not on me. So I'm like, I ask everyone, have you seen my phone? And I go looking, I check under the chairs, I go out to the cinema, I ask the person, the waitress or the table or the PA
You mean the clerk?
No. The waitress who was bringing us the food from from whatever.
Then like a mini heart attack. When something bad happens, you feel like you're about to have a full-blown panic attack.
Exactly. So now I'm sitting there, I cannot find my phone. And I was so scared. I'm sitting there. My phone is not on me. I get out of the cinema. I look everywhere. I'm calling. I'm not hearing my phone. And then I'm thinking back to who bumped into me. Someone bumped into me. I did not. And then from that point, I realized someone must have tried to take my phone.
Someone me.
So the area where I got bumped into, I checked that, switched on the lights, checked there, and I found my phone. And I was so happy. I was so happy. I came back, sat down, continued watching the movie in peace.
And be honest, you felt like crying.
Yes. My phone my phone was my best friend at that time. Your
best friend is not to be seen.
Yes, exactly. So my phone was my best friend at that time. So I was just there. I felt like crying because my phone was gone. So obviously when I found my phone, I was so happy. I was so excited. And I was like, thank God for helping me find this phone. And then what else was I talking about?
You ate some food. I
ate quesadillas.
The spicy ones.
Not spicy. They just
come on.
Spicy they did have some spice. They did have some
But you wanted the spicy ones?
They were good. I'm not going to lie. The quesadillas was good. I went to Art Cafe, got a latte, double shot. It was actually very good. Because I feel like... So basically, okay, let's jump back to talking to everyone, socializing and all that stuff. There comes a time where my social battery was just low. Even though I've been to like gatherings and all that stuff the past couple of months, my social battery was just lower. Maybe it's because I was with people that I've never met before. And like, I didn't know what to do, what to say. Because all these people, they come from the same background. Yeah. They all go to the same school.
They grew up together.
Like, they know each other like that, And but I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't know anything about these people.
And like, I do not have my friend with me.
Obviously, I socialize. I talked to people. Like, Leandra's probably one of my best friends. Talked, all that stuff. But she was running around, and let me just tell, she was so good. Even though it was her birthday, she was still running around making sure everything was okay. So I'm very proud of her. I don't applaud her.
She was calling the shots.
Exactly. Still applaud. This one's for you. Yes. You did amazing. Even though she was running around making sure everyone is okay. So I really appreciate that about her. And even though it was her birthday, she was selfless actually. So she was making sure everything was good. Everything was running smoothly. So that is very, very nice. A very good quality to have. And then at some point, I'm sitting there, seeing everyone talking, taking photos. We cut the cake at, I don't even know what time it was, but we cut the cake at some point. And it was like, when people
five
were,
something.
Yeah, 5 going to 6 there. People were screaming, cutting cake, singing. So me, I was singing in the background and all that stuff. I just got bored. Trust me, I love being at the party. I loved being at the party. Like literally, like I want to thank this person for inviting me to the party in the first place, because me going to a party is an incredible amount of like self-consideration. Because if someone asks me, are you free on Friday? Are you free on Saturday? My first whatever is that entirely depends on the information you're about to give me next. And going to this person's party just shows how much I love this person, because stepping out of my comfort zone like that to go to a party with people that I've never met in my entire life, I'm like, sure. Let's do this. And I'm like, it's hard.
That must be really sweet. Like me, if someone were to invite me about something, that just proves that they were thinking about me.
Exactly. So being like an introvert, an ambivert like that, I had no idea how much my introverted qualities would like
deteriorate.
Yes, exactly. And how they would show so much in that party. Like I sat back. I was reserved, even though I was confident, like in some aspects, I was reserved as well. I did not want to say too much. I didn't talk a lot. I was doing my thing in the background, walked around the mall, went to got coffee, all that stuff. I was actually just vibing with myself. And that's when I realized that my social battery was so low. Today I didn't even want to go out. Today I didn't want to go to church in the morning.
I didn't go to church either.
My social battery was beyond like it was low. It was in the negatives. I was so socially I just wanted to disconnect from society and just take a second and focus on me and be like, you need a break because you've done a lot the last couple of weeks and it's just tiring. Because I feel like every single weekend or something, I'm always dressing up to do something or to go somewhere, and I was tired. Like
you're so
no matter what
so
percentage
lucky, honestly.
My social battery was, I was doing a lot of things and I was just basically so tired. And I
man, you honestly, you're kind of lucky because me, I'm just usually the guy who's there. You know, the person who's just there.
Yeah.
Like, yo, this guy isn't going anywhere. He's just there. Like,
but Jay, even I'm not a party person, to be honest. You ever see me going for parties much?
I don't even like
I don't
parties.
love parties, but if I go to a party for one of my friends, yeah, no matter who it is, that just shows how much I love it. Even if I couldn't make it, but I still like tried my best to go there, even though I didn't make it. That just shows.
We had plans on Saturday, actually.
Yeah, exactly. But I still wanted to go to this part because
I didn't mind.
Because it's this person and I love this person. I obviously wanted to go to this person's party, but it was like, it takes an incredible amount of like consideration and all that stuff to step out of your comfort zone to go for a party for this person. And this was hard, obviously, because that party, not everyone is so different.
Like different personalities.
Like it's not my scene, it's not my vibe, you know. And it was hard.
Another thing is, for me, I do not really like being social, really. People have always judged me on that, and I really, really don't care because for me, I have let people in and they've screwed that up.
Yeah.
I don't have trust issues, but they've really made me see the world completely differently.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my definition of a birthday party is I can call this guy and like two other friends.
We go airsofting, something like that.
We just go airsofting, just the four of us. We get a pizza afterwards. We're done with the day. That's a good
party, yeah, honestly. Me, I'd be okay with that.
That's my party.
And my party scene is also quite similar. Obviously, I'll invite my closest friends and everything. But then for me, I was thinking about like, okay, so we both have our 16s next year. I was thinking about it in the shower. You know, shower thoughts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, shower thoughts. Yeah, exactly. So I was thinking about what if I had like a pool party for my 16th and I invite like 1 billion people, and I was like,
you don't have a pool
would that
party?
really be my scene? Like, I actually like rent a pool, let's say like YMCA or something like that. Like, I rent a pool and I have a pool party. Like, I invite like 40, 50 plus people and we have a pool party into the night. And I was like, would that really be my scene?
You know how much I love swimming. You know how much I
yes.
love swimming. FYI, I am a swimmer.
Me, I'm a horrible swimmer. I can't swim, but I have a very traumatic background in swimming.
You almost drowned.
Yeah. I had to be like, I don't love swimming, bro, to be honest. I can't swim, but I have a very traumatic experience.
I'm a swimmer. Professional. By choice.
Very good swimmer, actually. So me, I was like, yo, would I actually want to have like a 16, like a pool party for my 16?
Honestly,
and I'm sitting there and I'm like,
I won't judge you. You do what you want. I won't judge you. But that doesn't mean I have to talk to others.
It's just next year we're going to be so... Well, a lot of things are happening next year.
Both of us are in the same class, but we're completely different schools, different... We're in the same system, but our learning situations...
A lot of things are going to happen. We'll have a lot of things coming up next year. A lot of packing up and moving, stuff like that. So it's going to be very stressful. So think about my birthday at this time... Obviously, I wanted to do it. I wanted to have a party. It's my sweet 16, bro.
I don't believe in sweet 16s.
I don't care. I mean, I'll have it anyways. I don't care if it's cheesy. I'll do it. Anyways, moving on to...
This is the thing. The thing is, I have to talk about being an introvert and being an extrovert.
Mm-hmm.
Thing is, I'm an introvert. By heart, I am an introvert.
And you know that.
And I can be a bit awkward, and very I can be antisocial. But for me, if you get to know me, I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, very. That is so true. You're actually a really nice person.
But, you know, when you talk to me, please don't lie this. I can come off as a bit hostile.
Yeah. I feel like you keep to yourself, and being that, it's not a bad thing, even though it's reserving and like keeping to yourself is sometimes it might come off as hostile. And to me, I feel like it comes at a cost, because if you're just trying to keep to yourself, you don't mean to be hostile.
It's a defense mechanism.
Yeah, you don't mean to be hostile. It just comes out like that,
And yeah, I'm an introvert. This guy's an ambivert. Thinking about being an introvert, you tend to be more aware of situations because frankly, you stay away from them and you know how to assess them.
Yeah.
But you just don't want to bring yourself into that problem. And being an introvert, you literally you tend to improve academically. Like you tend to improve academically. You're so aware of situations, you rarely get in trouble.
Exactly.
And being an introvert, you're able to know who is real and who is fake.
Yeah. You're more aware. I feel like when you're an introvert, you observe more than you
more than you act.
Yeah, you observe. Because I sat there and I learned so much about people just by looking at them. Like you can say this is a party person for sure. Then you can see like this person is a person who probably has like 4 girlfriends at the time and is cheating on all of them. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like I'm not saying I saw that.
Then you can obviously look at this girl like this girl's obviously insecure.
There's just certain things you notice more when you're reserved and when you're observing more than speaking and acting out and like
you can talk, but
yeah,
you just sit there.
It's just exactly.
And being an extrovert, it is not a bad thing. It's actually a wonderful thing.
It's great. There's no problem with being an extrovert.
Being an extrovert, people tend to trust you and be warm around you.
Exactly.
And people can talk to you. You can just stand there and listen. You tend to be sort of more assertive and more confident.
Yeah, extroverts and introverts. That's why I feel like being the best of both worlds is actually very important. Because being an ambivert, that's what I've realized. People in my family, we are ambiverts.
Apart from
most
Zach.
of us. Well, yeah, Zach is a full-on introvert, that is for sure. 90 over 10, there's no part of him that is extroverted. He will talk when he has to. He's actually a quiet, reserved person.
But
then me,
he talks to specific people.
Exactly. Like me, my dad, I think my dad is definitely an extrovert.
Oh yeah,
my dad is definitely an extrovert. My mom is such a stay-at-home person. My dad will want to go out and do stuff. But me, I feel like that's more or less my life. Most of my even my cousins who I know are like my closest family, like my sisters, Tash and Zaz, they are basically ambiverts because as much as Tash will go out and stuff, she will rather stay home and read a book or something like that. Zazie will stay at home and watch a movie more than go outside. To be honest, she wasn't even sure she wanted to go to the party till she did. But she wanted to just stay home and stuff like that because we are just those type of people. Being best of both worlds is very important because if you're sitting there, you can do stuff, but you also choose not to because you have quite of a balance. It's like an equilibrium or something like that. Because you're sitting there and you are like, I can choose to go out to this party, but I can also sit down. Because if I go to this party, I might have fun. But I can also sit in here and watch a movie and still have the exact same fun, maybe even more. And it's nice to have that balance because I feel like if you don't have a balance in these types of things, it's kind of sad, But no, I wanted to stop this camera before it stops itself. So I feel like I should stop recording.
Wrap this up?
No. I should stop this recording, then start another one. That's exactly what's a way to do.
So I have to actually add one more thing. Wait, how many minutes in are we?
29. Like 35 something. It's a long episode.
Thing is, there's so many disadvantages of being an introvert and being an extrovert. There's no disadvantage of being an ambivert. But being an extrovert, you tend to be manipulated.
Yeah.
Being an introvert, people tend to not take you seriously.
People don't think you're assertive.
Yeah.
Basically.
And they think you're easily, not manipulated, but you're easily influenced.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, let me stop this recording and start a new one. Anyways, as we were saying, what were we talking about?
We were talking about introverts and extroverts.
A lot of people think obviously assertive, being assertive as an extrovert. No, as an introvert, it's really hard to be assertive because you don't really have a stand to go on. Because I feel like when you sit there and people are asking you to do things with them, it's like
it's sort of like
it becomes really hard to say no to them.
Yeah.
But if you can't say no to them, that is really important as well. Because I feel like you should be able to have a stand. If people want to do something with you, you have a part to play and say no.
And thing is, as introverts, we think about what people think about us. Sometimes we really don't care, but sometimes it's really important.
That's true.
But
That is very
being an
true.
extrovert, they're literally themselves.
At all times.
I've always said they have so many people in their circle, but for me, I've always said it is so much better to have 3, 4, 5 meaningful friends than have 20 fake friends.
Exactly. Even me, I feel like even when it comes to social media, people on social media will not be the same to you in real life, bro. Like
on
if
social
you
media,
sit
they
there,
can be a sweetheart.
if you sit there and you have people who have been liking your posts for the last 15 years, it doesn't even matter
And
if
commenting all the
commenting and all that stuff. They will never actually know what's going on in your life, and they will. It doesn't really like fit the best as well, because they might not be the best people in real life, because you cannot trust everything you see on social media. You know, just because they're acting nice to you on social media does not mean that's exactly how they are.
In real life, they can be.
Sometimes it can be.
Yeah, sometimes that's how they are. But sometimes, if you meet them in real life, can you excuse my language? I'm not gonna do anything, but can you excuse it? They can be complete d-heads.
Yeah, that's true. Like, obviously in social media, I've said this before. Social media is a carefully curated, unrealistic representation of the human existence.
I do not do social media. I am gonna say it again.
I saw this this video of this girl. She stopped using social media for like 6 months and saw how it impacted her life. She was much happier, like really happy. Like she was reading books. She was all focused on self-care, and she did not care about
her image.
Yes, on social media, and it made me start thinking, should I stop using social media? And part of me was like, yeah, stop it. Delete all your social media. And I was like,
just keep the other, like keep the main stuff.
Obviously,
like YouTube.
Obviously, my main streams of income is YouTube, the podcast, and all that stuff. So obviously, I have to keep that stuff. But if you told me to stop using social media like Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, even Facebook, hell,
no one uses Facebook anymore.
I have Facebook just because I don't even know why. I just do. You can constantly have you can constantly have toxicity on social media, because obviously what I've been seeing the last couple of whatevers is all toxicity, and I've not been loving it.
Just do this. Yeah, go to Reddit. You will see the amount of people that are toxic out there. People blaming you for their mistakes.
There are a lot of stories that were talked about just from Reddit, and it's actually very mad how a lot of things happen in other people's life. You know, the things that you see in movies. Some people actually go through that stuff, and you're like, wow.
Sometimes it's based on a true situation.
Exactly. So, going through all this stuff is actually pretty insane, and it's
so hard how people cope with it, like especially cheating in a marriage, whatever, how that impacts kids.
Yeah. Basically, what was our plan for this podcast?
I don't really know, honestly.
At this point, we've recorded it 3 times, so I actually don't even know. And I even deleted the first one because I was so pissed. We were talking about partying, introverts and extroverts.
I think we've been done.
Are we? I don't even know. Is that social media? No, social media is not here. What we talk about? Tech.
Okay, let's talk about
tech. Is not.
Tech.
We have had a lot of tech in our lives. You got earphones. I'm getting headphones. These
I have earbuds.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate tech's not going to be a massive topic for us.
It's just going to be like a mini updates.
Yeah, it's going to be updates.
Who loves video games?
I don't play video games, but I will watch videos on video games. I'm sorry, you know this about me. I don't love video games. But if you want me to play a video game with you, I would.
Okay, this guy, he's a quick learner in a game.
Yeah, I will play very well, to be honest. But I will not love playing video games.
Yeah, I'm a personal gamer. Switches. I cannot play on a keyboard. I hate keyboards. I do not understand why this guy likes a keyboard.
I like keyboard and mouse, to be honest. Okay, this is not going to be an amazing topic for this podcast. We're more or less...
it is more about motivation.
Yeah, mental health for teenagers and all that stuff, teenage situations. So I feel like we should stick to that, but just in case, we just need to add any of that stuff.
And let me know, should I keep wearing this bandana?
Yeah, if you are watching, and hopefully this video saves, if you are watching, please tell him that he looks good, the bandana, because I really think he does. It's actually focused really well on you, because the camera's facing my side, it's facing me as well. I think you look pretty good.
Oh, thank you.
Wow, it has been long.
Very long.
Last episode, I feel like we should apologize. Last episode, the exact same thing happened.
Yeah, and last week was very, very stressful for us.
Why? Okay, like we did record the podcast last week,
and we were really looking forward to post it.
It did not save, so I did not know what to do about that. So it was actually very. It pissed me off for days that we recorded so much good content and stuff and just didn't.
I sort of had trouble sleeping on that Sunday.
I was so vexed and annoyed, and I was like, I don't care. We'll do this next week. So partying. Well, I've come to terms with this. I'm not a party person. I hate parties. I don't hate parties. I'm just not a party person. It just really
depends on the party. If it's like, if you throw a party, you're the only one I'll talk to.
Mm-hmm. And some of our parties, if I go to a party for someone, it just shows how much I love this person. No, and literally, I went to Lee's party, not just because I love Lee, because she's an amazing person and all that stuff. It's because it was actually I feel like I needed to put it like in my book of experiences as well. Just to
as know, a life lesson.
Exactly. Just to learn from the experience and to be like, that was a good party. To be honest, it was a good party. I had a lot of fun.
You ate a lot of food?
Yeah, kind of. I didn't eat much. Okay, I ate quesadillas, I had a latte, I had cake. That was it. Mojito as well. But it's also like, it's all just about learning. And having friends like this that you can learn from 24/7 is actually very nice to have. Because I want to have friendships.
Lifelong
friendships people that you can learn from, obviously. And learning from each other's experiences is actually... So me, if something happens to me, what's the first thing I'm going to do? I'm going to rant about this on my podcast because that's exactly what I want everyone to learn from my experiences and to do...
And I really...
don't make the same mistakes as we did. Exactly. We've done some dumb stuff.
Yeah, we have done some dumb stuff. We may look like, these dudes seem okay. But I have done some stupid stuff.
We have messed up lives, to be honest.
Very messed up lives. I feel like I cannot go a week without being sad.
Same. I feel like I cry a lot more.
I don't
This
cry.
year I've cried a lot more than I thought I would.
It's so odd. I've gone through a lot of bad things, but I've never cried.
That should be a topic of the conversation, the topic of conversation for the podcast. Toxic masculine
things.
Like how people say men shouldn't cry and stuff like that. I don't think that's true. People should cry.
I cry, but I've got bad things have happened to me, but I just don't break down. I stay strong.
You need yourself to break down. Actually, I told you this. Breaking down is a part of the healing process, because if you allow yourself to bottle those emotions inside of you, it'll end up exploding in the end. If you put too much pressure on something, it'll explode. So you need to allow yourself to break it down. And I've seen you cry multiple times. Just saying.
I've seen you cry before too.
I know you see me cry, and it's insane. But that's all we wanted to say for this part of the podcast. We are so tired and pissed. If this does not save, then I don't know.
I'm sorry, folks.
Yeah, if it doesn't save, I don't know what to do. We will.
Anyway, that's it.
Out and post. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did and you want to send us voice messages, please do so on anchor.fm/Crew podcast.
Whatever messages you have for me, him, I'll get them from him because
you can text us on Instagram, or the Routine Podcast on Instagram. You can text me personally if you want to talk to me, tell me whatever rants to me about your problems. If you just want help, someone to talk to.
Please bring your problems,
yeah,
please.
Legit. We will talk to you. We'll help you out. We'll be your life coaches and we'll love you for you because you are incredible.
You don't have to talk to one. You can talk to any.
Talk to.
Like example, you can send a message saying, "Yo, I want to talk to Benji. Yo, I want to talk to Jay."
Yeah, I'll give him. You can talk to him. All that stuff. And
then he'll just give me the links. I'll talk to you.
If you want to call us, you can do exactly that. Even though we probably do not know numbers. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you are listening on Apple Music or Apple Podcasts, please 5-star only reviews, please. And if you are, what else is there? Spotify. You can watch this on YouTube. You can watch the double camera session. YouTube.com/Routine Podcast, which is probably not the URL for this, but we'll just see links will probably be in the description. So we love you guys so much. Thank you so much for listening. We have very long days. Tomorrow it's Monday, so not very excited about that. I have to wake up
at 5.
I have a meeting at 6.
You have a meeting?
Yes, sir. And I have school tomorrow as well. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. We love you so much. Thank you so much for listening or watching. Really appreciate you. I hope you guys have an incredible week, an incredible day. We love you. Take care, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much for listening, and bye.
See ya.